If you are like most people nearing retirement or you have already retired, you might wonder, how much can I earn before that income affects my age pension? Is everything to do with Centrelink or any other government benefit? The answer is never straightforward, because it depends. It depends on how much income you earn, it depends where the income comes from, and it depends on the total value of your assets that are subject to income test and that generally excludes your family home. But passing the income test is not the only requirement to be receiving full or part age pension. First, you must reach the age pension age, which is your eligibility age. And then you have to meet residency rules. If you are not familiar with those rules, have a look at my video, Age Pension Explained, that clarifies basic eligibility rules for age pension payments. Next step is to pass asset test, which I can say very truthfully is the one that cuts out majority of eligibility for age pension. My video, The Truth About Asset Test, will reveal how this test works. If you are not eligible for even the smallest part of age pension, try some of those steps that I explain in 9 ways to hide money from Centrelink. This might help you to get access to part age pension and ultimately to healthcare card, which is a very valuable benefit from the government. My name is Katherine Isbrandt. I'm certified financial planner and you are watching About Retirement TV, the only place in the internet video space that is 100% devoted to providing you with information how to be well prepared financially for retirement or how to improve your retirement income and your assets if you have already retired and all the issues in between. Assuming you meet the age and residency requirements and you pass the asset test, now is the time to start checking your age pension eligibility and the income test. So what is the income test? As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, income test is not just as simple as checking your payslip or the level of income you earn from your investments. Oh, no. Every type of earned income is included in a test and might be calculated differently. Income test includes your employment income if you continue working full-time or part-time, any money you earn from the business, income received from overseas pension funds, income earned from your rental property or any other type of investment property, income received from your retirement income streams, plus all assessable assets. So that includes all your financial assets such as your bank account, managed funds, shares, superannuation, and business assets. And each type of income might be under different assessment rules. Sometimes you might feel like you would have to be Einstein to understand and follow all those rules. How much income can you earn before it starts affecting your age pension payments? To receive the maximum rate of age pension payments, there is a limit as to how much you can earn, so-called lower income test threshold. And on the 1st July 2021, it was increased, so now your fortnightly income needs to be, for a single pensioner, under $180 per fortnight, which is an increase of $2 per fortnight or $52 per annum. For couples, and that includes couples separated due to illness, under $320 a fortnight, which is an increase by $4 per fortnight or $104 per annum. Government's generosity for retirees is overwhelming, isn't it? How does age pension reduce under income test? For every dollar of income that you earn over this limit that I've just listed, your pension will reduce by 50 cents. So what is the maximum that you can earn under income test? Well, for a single pensioner, it is $2,085.40 per fortnight. For a couple combined, it is $3,192.40 a fortnight. And for couples who are separated due to illness, it is $4,130.80 per fortnight. So let's look at the example. Steve is 67 years old and he's eligible for age pension, but his earned income from his private sources amounts to $450 per fortnight. Being single, his lower threshold of income to earn is $180 per fortnight. Therefore, his income above that threshold amounts to $270 per fortnight. 450 less 180. Then we calculate age pension reduction of 50 cents for every dollar above that $180 limit, which is $270 times 50 cents equals to $135 per fortnight. Therefore, Steve's age pension payments would be reduced by $135 per fortnight. What income is exempt from income test? Income sources exempt from the test include rental support payments, child support, emergency relief payments, and regular payments you might be receiving from a close relative. Just as a breather for a minute, do you find this video helpful and informative? If yes, I would have a couple of requests. Please like it, as then YouTube will see that this is a valuable resource and will recommend this to other people like you to watch it as well. Then please also subscribe not to miss my next video. And my last request is, while you are listening to me, if there is anything that you need more clarification about, or have a specific question, or just want to say hi, please write in the comments below the video. I reply to your comments personally. And if the question is a little bit more complex, I will reply in the form of a video. So not only you might receive full-on information, but other viewers can benefit from it as well. So let's all work together, let's help each other, and let's pay it forward. So why do I dare to say that income test is madness? This is all to do with ongoing changes to Centrelink rules and superannuation rules. There were so many of those changes over time that one really needs a encyclopedia to know them all. Maybe I should write encyclopedia about Centrelink rules story. What do you think? But putting all jokes aside, the truth of the matter is that it is a very complicated area. So let's check at least the basics. Most financial assets now are subject to deeming. If you are unfamiliar with deeming rules, just watch my video Age Pension Explained, as well as Age Pension Deeming Rates, Unfair Rules. So all the money that you have in a bank account, managed funds, shares, even super balance, and some types of income streams are subject to deeming. However, if you have any of the following: lifetime or life expectancy income streams, market-linked income streams, defined benefit income streams, any type of annuity, they all have their own way of application for the income test. All I can say, those are extremely complicated, therefore outside of the scope of this video. Income earned from employment and income earned from your overseas pension funds are all calculated dollar per dollar. So if your income from those sources amounts to $30,000, this is exactly how much Centrelink will take into calculations under income test. Income earned from rental property is also not easy. You have to disclose your full earnings, and then Centrelink will allow for some deductions, and the balance left will be assumed as your earned income. If you have more questions about how rental income is calculated under income test, please let me know in the comments below, and I can create a separate video on that topic. Other questions that I often get about income test. My partner is not age pension age, so not eligible for age pension payments. Is the income that my partner earns included in my income test? Absolutely, your partner's income is included in your income test, regardless whether your partner receives or doesn't receive age pension payments. So if you are partnered, it is all your combined assets and all your combined current income that will be included in both income and asset tests. Is my super fund assessed under income test if I don't draw any income from it? Once you reach age pension age, so eligibility age, your super asset, just like your pension assets, are assessed under both income and asset tests. Your savings with superannuation are subject to deeming, and your income stream can be subject either to deeming or some different types of testing, depending on the type of income stream you have and the time of commencement. The most common type of income stream today is account-based pension, and account-based pensions are most certainly deemed just like your super fund. Once you've calculated all your deemed income plus any other earned income, the total is then applied to the formula to calculate the age pension payments eligibility, exactly as per my example about Steve. Is my partner's super included in income test? Well, that depends. If your partner is of age pension age, therefore eligible to apply for age pension, then yes, your partner's super is included in income and asset test subject to deeming, regardless of the fact if your partner draws an income or not. If, however, your partner is below the age pension age, all assets in his or her super is not included. Therefore, this is a lovely way to hide those assets from Centrelink so you can get higher age pension until your partner reaches age pension age. As you can see, age pension is not easy as one would hope. So if you find this area confusing, or if you would like to find out of the ways how you can improve your age pension entitlement, or have access to age pension if you are above the income or asset limits, feel free to drop me a line. My contact details are listed in the description below this video. For more information from me about retirement, just watch all my other videos on this channel. There is currently a really nice collection for you to watch and learn. But also check out my website about retirement.com.au, where I present lots of information all related to retirement. Sign up to my newsletter so you can keep up with all the changes that affect your retirement. And now is the time to check out those other videos that I've mentioned before, all about age pension, how to maximize it and what to pay attention to. The second lot of videos are all about superannuation system in Australia and how to use this saving and income system for your retirement benefit. See you in my next video. Bye.